Hello, friends. If you're curious about the movie The Proposal from 2009, you're in the perfect place. Don't forget to give this video a quick like, it really helps us out. And if you're new here, hit subscribe to stay updated on all the latest movie deep dives. Let's jump right in. In a world where love stories often tread familiar paths, this film surprises us with a delightful twist on the classic romantic comedy. It unfolds in a bustling urban environment, but quickly transports us to the quiet, picturesque backdrop of a small Alaskan town, a setting as charming as the story itself. At its heart lies a tale of unlikely partners, a whirlwind of misunderstandings, and the unexpected sparks that fly when two very different people are thrown together by circumstance. The movie introduces us to Margaret Tate, a high-powered book editor whose icy demeanor and razor-sharp wit have earned her a reputation in the cutthroat world of publishing. She is a woman in control, sharp as a tack, but perhaps a bit too focused on her career and less attuned to the warmth of human connection. Her assistant, Andrew Paxton, is the polar opposite, young, somewhat reserved, and caught between loyalty and ambition. Their relationship is professional, bordering on fraught, with undercurrents of tension and unspoken feelings simmering beneath the surface. The plot kicks into gear when Margaret faces an unexpected immigration crisis. On the brink of losing her visa status and with no immediate solution in sight, she concocts a desperate plan to maintain her place in the United States. She announces an engagement to her unsuspecting assistant. The twist? Andrew must agree to the ruse to save both their careers, sending them on an impromptu journey that will test their patience, reveal hidden truths, and challenge their perceptions of each other. What follows is a comedic roller coaster of fake engagements, awkward family dinners, and the classic fish-out-of-water moments as the city slickers find themselves immersed in the rugged charm of Andrew's hometown. The setting is more than just a backdrop. It becomes a character in its own right, offering both challenges and comforts that catalyze change in unexpected ways. The narrative expertly balances sharp humor with tender moments. We witness the gradual thawing of Margaret's guarded exterior, softened by Andrew's steady presence and the genuine warmth of his family. Their banter crackles with wit, but it's the quiet, off-script interactions, the shared glances, the hesitations, the moments of vulnerability, that truly anchor the story. Amid the laughter and chaos, the film drops subtle hints of real affection growing between the two leads. Their relationship evolves from mutual annoyance and convenience into something richer and more authentic. Yet, the looming question remains: can a foundation built on deception withstand the truth when it finally comes to light? The movie keeps us hooked with well-timed surprises and heartfelt revelations. Family secrets emerge, personal ambitions clash, and both Margaret and Andrew are forced to confront their own fears and desires. The warmth of the small-town community contrasts beautifully with the high-stakes pressures of Margaret's career world, highlighting themes of belonging, identity, and the courage to embrace change. Visual storytelling complements the narrative perfectly. The shift from the sleek modern offices to snow-blanketed landscapes and cozy family homes immerses us in the story's emotional journey. Cinematography captures the crispness of Alaskan winters and the intimacy of family gatherings, enhancing the mood and deepening our connection to the characters' transformations. This romantic comedy is more than just a series of laugh-out-loud moments. It's a story about finding love where you least expect it, about breaking down walls, and about discovering the value of vulnerability and trust. The chemistry between the leads sparks off the screen, carrying the story forward with a perfect blend of charm and sincerity. So, if you're looking for a film that combines humor, heart, and a dash of snowy adventure, this one offers all that and more. With its memorable characters, engaging twists, and a setting that feels both fresh and inviting, it delivers a delightful escape into the complexities of love and the unexpected journeys it takes us on. Get ready to laugh, sigh, and maybe even shed a tear as we explore this story of a faux engagement that blossoms into something beautifully real. Let's dive into the layers of this movie, uncovering what makes it a standout in the romantic comedy genre, and why it continues to charm audiences years after its release. The story opens in the high-rise offices of a bustling New York publishing house, where Margaret Tate rules as a formidable editor. Her demeanor is sharp, almost icy, exuding authority and control, a woman who's carved her place through intellect and tenacity, but whose warmth seems buried beneath layers of professional armor. She is feared and respected in equal measure, known for her ruthless efficiency and no-nonsense approach. Margaret's assistant, Andrew Paxton, is her exact opposite in many ways. Young, earnest, and eager, yet often caught in the crossfire of her demanding expectations. Their relationship is strictly professional, tinged with tension and underlying friction, but also marked by a familiarity that only years of working together can create. Margaret's world is suddenly thrown into chaos when she learns that her visa is expiring and her attempts to secure an extension have failed. Facing imminent deportation back to Canada, she is desperate to find a solution, unwilling to give up the career she's built or the life she's fought for. It is this crisis that sparks the film's central plot, the desperate, impulsive proposal that sets everything in motion. To remain in the country, Margaret concocts a scheme. She will claim to be engaged to Andrew, thus securing her legal right to stay. The problem is, Andrew is utterly unprepared for this sudden and drastic change. Caught between loyalty and self-preservation, and seeing an opportunity to advance his own career, he reluctantly agrees to the charade. What follows is a whirlwind of preparations and complications as the pair attempt to convince immigration authorities of the authenticity of their relationship. The charade requires them to adopt new roles, perform intimacy in public, and navigate the increasingly absurd scenarios that come with a fake engagement. Their interactions, initially marked by irritation and awkwardness, are laced with sharp banter and moments of genuine surprise at each other's vulnerabilities. To strengthen their case, Margaret and Andrew decide to visit his family home in Sitka, Alaska, a stark contrast to their urban lives. This relocation not only serves the practical purpose of presenting a believable story but also introduces a rich new setting that becomes vital to the narrative. Sitka, with its breathtaking natural beauty and close-knit community, presents a world far removed from the high-pressure atmosphere of Margaret's New York existence. This change of scenery brings with it fresh challenges and unexpected warmth. As they arrive in Sitka, the dynamic between Margaret and Andrew begins to shift subtly. The small-town environment strips away some of the artifice required in the city. Here, Margaret faces the reality of Andrew's roots, the family she must impress and the community whose scrutiny cannot be easily deflected. She is thrust into situations that test her adaptability, from rustic family dinners to outdoor activities that push her beyond her comfort zone. These moments offer comedic relief but also reveal layers to Margaret's character. Her discomfort masks a hidden resilience and capacity for growth. Andrew's family is a colorful ensemble that embodies the spirit of the town. His mother, father, grandmother, and younger sister each add texture to the story, offering warmth, humor, and occasional skepticism toward the newly engaged couple. Their interactions bring humanity and heart to the narrative, grounding it in authentic relationships and cultural nuances. The family's teasing and affection chip away at the walls Margaret has built around herself, while Andrew finds himself caught between protecting his secret and embracing the newfound closeness with his mother and siblings. Amid these domestic scenes, the plot advances with the looming threat of immigration scrutiny. The couple must prove the legitimacy of their engagement, leading to staged photos, rehearsed conversations, and awkward social appearances. These scenarios generate humor but also tension, as the stakes are high and the consequences severe. The film expertly balances these moments, weaving them seamlessly into character development and thematic exploration. As the story progresses, cracks appear in the carefully constructed facade. Margaret's pride and guarded nature sometimes clash with the warmth and sincerity of Andrew's family, revealing the emotional gulf she's accustomed to bridging with control rather than connection. Andrew himself begins to question the morality of their deception and wrestles with feelings he hadn't anticipated. The initial convenience of their arrangement gives way to complex emotions, including jealousy, protectiveness, and attraction. A key development occurs during a family gathering where Margaret's guardedness is challenged by the genuine kindness and simple pleasures of small-town life. A scene where she joins in an impromptu dance or shares a laugh with family members signals a turning point, hinting at her transformation. Andrew's admiration for her grows as he witnesses her vulnerability, and the lines between pretense and reality blur. Tension escalates as external pressures mount. Immigration officials schedule a visit, intensifying the urgency to maintain appearances. The couple's rehearsed stories are put to the test, and nerves fray. Moments of near exposure introduce suspense, while also deepening their reliance on one another. The stakes are no longer just legal but deeply personal, entwined with their emerging feelings and fears. Throughout this first arc, the film blends sharp comedic timing with emotional sincerity. The humor arises naturally from character interactions and situational absurdities, avoiding slapstick in favor of witty dialogue and relatable awkwardness. These moments endear the characters to the audience, creating empathy and investment. The film also uses its setting to amplify mood and theme. The contrast between the urban sophistication of New York and the rustic charm of Sitka underscores the characters' internal journeys. Margaret's gradual softening and Andrew's navigation between ambition and authenticity. The natural beauty of Alaska, with its snow-capped mountains and serene landscapes, becomes a visual metaphor for the possibility of renewal and change. Key plot twists tease the audience, including unexpected revelations about Andrew's family history and Margaret's own vulnerabilities. These developments add depth and complexity, enriching the narrative beyond the central romantic plot. The interplay of secrets, misunderstandings, and heartfelt confessions builds toward a climax that promises both comedic fireworks and emotional resolution. In essence, the story's first half is a tapestry of transformation, of characters, relationships, and settings. It invites viewers to laugh at the foibles of deception while rooting for genuine connection. The evolving dynamic between Margaret and Andrew drives the narrative forward, balancing tension and tenderness with skillful storytelling. As the journey continues, the foundations laid in these opening chapters prepare us for the revelations and challenges yet to come. The blend of humor, heart, and humanity creates a compelling world where love is discovered in the most unexpected circumstances, and where the boundaries between pretense and reality are delightfully, precariously blurred. As the story unfolds deeper into its course, the once carefully orchestrated charade begins to unravel with a mix of tension, comedy, and heartfelt revelation. The charming facades both Margaret and Andrew have maintained start to crack, revealing truths that neither is fully prepared to face. What began as a pragmatic arrangement, a fake engagement to avert deportation, grows into something much more complicated, as the line between pretense and reality blurs under the weight of shared experiences, family dynamics, and unexpected emotions. The pressure mounts when the immigration officials announce an imminent visit to verify the legitimacy of their relationship. This looming evaluation injects urgency into every interaction, forcing Margaret and Andrew to confront the cracks in their story while navigating the expectations of Andrew's close-knit family. The characters, once awkward partners in deception, now find themselves entwined in a delicate dance of truth and performance. Each staged family dinner, shared glance, or accidental touch carries added significance, magnifying the stakes and deepening the emotional undercurrent. One of the pivotal moments arrives when Andrew's grandmother, a wise and perceptive presence, subtly challenges Margaret's guarded demeanor. Through quiet conversations and gentle probing, she exposes vulnerabilities beneath Margaret's polished exterior. These interactions are tender yet charged, shifting Margaret's self-perception and softening her defenses. The warmth of the family, juxtaposed against Margaret's initial aloofness, illuminates the theme of belonging and the transformative power of genuine connection. Andrew, too, undergoes significant growth. Initially reluctant and overwhelmed, he begins to embrace the complexities of the situation, not only navigating the external challenges but also his evolving feelings toward Margaret. Scenes where he stands up for her in family disputes or shares moments of quiet support reveal a deepening bond that transcends convenience. His journey from passive participant to active partner marks a crucial emotional turning point, underscoring themes of courage and authenticity. The narrative cleverly balances these personal developments with comedic set pieces that arise naturally from the character's predicament. From mishaps during a family barbecue to Margaret's attempts at adapting to Alaskan traditions, humor diffuses tension while reinforcing character traits. The screenplay's sharp wit shines in these moments, highlighting the absurdities of deception without undercutting the story's sincerity. As the immigration investigation intensifies, external conflicts escalate. Suspicion from neighbors, media attention, and bureaucratic hurdles test the couple's resolve. These challenges serve as catalysts for honesty and self-examination. The strain reveals cracks not only in the fabricated engagement but also in the characters' facades, forcing confrontations that are both dramatic and poignant. A major plot twist unfolds when Andrew's feelings for Margaret become undeniable, leading to a vulnerable confession that catches both off guard. This emotional breakthrough shifts the narrative into new territory, where desire and fear intermingle. Margaret's response is complex. Her initial resistance gives way to introspection as she grapples with the implications of genuine affection emerging from a lie. This tension fuels a powerful narrative arc, exploring the intricacies of trust, self-worth, and the risks inherent in opening one's heart. Parallel to these personal revelations, family secrets surface that deepen the story's emotional resonance. Andrew's relationship with his parents is explored, revealing generational tensions and unspoken hopes. The film deftly weaves these subplots into the main narrative, enriching the portrayal of community and identity. These layers add texture, reminding viewers that love and belonging are often intertwined with history and sacrifice. The climax converges during a final confrontation with the immigration authorities, where the couple must prove the authenticity of their bond. This sequence is a masterful blend of suspense and heartfelt emotion. The tension peaks as Margaret and Andrew are grilled on details, their rehearsed answers tested by probing questions and unexpected twists. The family's involvement in affirming the relationship adds warmth and humor, highlighting themes of solidarity and acceptance. Amid this high-stakes scenario, a moment of crisis forces the couple to drop their pretenses entirely, revealing their true feelings and fears. This raw honesty transforms the narrative, allowing for emotional catharsis and resolution. The official's response, tempered by compassion and understanding, provides a satisfying closure that honors the character's growth. In the aftermath, the film offers a tender denouement where Margaret and Andrew navigate the newfound reality of their relationship. The shift from facade to authenticity is depicted with subtlety and grace, emphasizing the tentative steps of love blossoming under honest light. Scenes of shared laughter, quiet conversations, and hopeful plans paint a picture of possibility and renewal. Throughout this second act, the film maintains its balance of humor and heart, using comedic elements to enhance rather than detract from emotional depth. The pacing accelerates toward the climax, with moments of tension punctuated by levity and warmth. This rhythm keeps viewers engaged and emotionally invested. The resolution ties together thematic threads explored throughout the story: the transformative power of vulnerability, the search for belonging, and the courage to embrace change. Margaret's evolution from a guarded, career-driven woman to someone open to love and family is mirrored by Andrew's journey toward confidence and self-assurance. Their relationship becomes a metaphor for growth and acceptance. Visually, the film mirrors these emotional shifts. The snowy Alaskan landscapes, once a daunting wilderness, become a backdrop for intimacy and connection. Warm lighting in family scenes contrasts with the cool blues of earlier sequences, symbolizing the thawing of barriers. Cinematography captures these nuances, enhancing the story's emotional resonance. In its final moments, the film offers a hopeful, uplifting message about the unpredictability of life and love. What began as a pragmatic arrangement culminates in genuine partnership, a reminder that sometimes the most unexpected journeys lead us to where we truly belong. This unfolding tale, rich with laughter, tension, and tenderness, invites viewers to reflect on the complexities of human connection. It celebrates the imperfections that make relationships real and the courage required to be vulnerable. The story's blend of humor and heart ensures it lingers in the mind long after the screen fades to black, a testament to the enduring appeal of love found in the most unlikely circumstances. The characters at the heart of this story breathe life into a narrative that could have easily become a simple romantic comedy, but instead rises into something textured, relatable, and deeply human. Each individual, from the fiercely ambitious to the quietly hopeful, embodies contradictions and complexities that reflect real people navigating the messy intersections of love, ambition, and identity. The film's brilliance lies in how these characters evolve, their relationships shifting from transactional to transformative, revealing layers beneath initial impressions. Margaret Tate stands as a compelling figure of strength wrapped in vulnerability. At first glance, she is the epitome of professional success. Sharp, commanding, and seemingly impervious to emotional entanglement. Her sharp tongue and no-nonsense attitude set her apart in the male-dominated world of publishing, carving a niche where power and control are her currency. Yet beneath that polished exterior lies a woman grappling with isolation and the fear of losing control. Margaret's guardedness is both her armor and her cage, protecting her from potential hurt but also limiting her capacity for connection. Her character arc is a study in transformation. Throughout the story, moments of forced vulnerability, first through the fake engagement and later in the intimacy of Andrew's family setting, soften her edges. These experiences peel away layers of cynicism and self-protection, revealing a yearning for belonging and genuine affection. The actress portraying Margaret captures this duality with nuance, balancing steely resolve with subtle glimpses of warmth and uncertainty. This complexity makes her journey believable and compelling, inviting the audience to root for her growth. Andrew Paxton, Margaret's assistant and reluctant fiancé, presents a contrast that enriches the narrative's dynamic. Initially portrayed as deferential and somewhat hapless, Andrew is much more than the underdog. His character embodies earnestness, patience, and a quiet strength that emerges as the story progresses. Andrew's motivations are grounded in loyalty, ambition, and a desire to prove himself, not just professionally but personally. His willingness to enter into the charade is pragmatic, yet as his relationship with Margaret deepens, he confronts his own desires and fears. Andrew's development is marked by increased confidence and assertiveness. The small-town backdrop becomes a crucible for his self-discovery, where he navigates family expectations and personal aspirations. His interactions with Margaret move from reluctant cooperation to genuine partnership, fueled by shared vulnerability and mutual respect. The actor's performance imbues Andrew with warmth and subtle humor, capturing the balance between awkwardness and growing self-assurance. The chemistry between Margaret and Andrew is central to the film's emotional resonance. Their evolving dynamic is a dance of power and vulnerability, teasing and tenderness. Early scenes crackle with witty banter and sharp retorts, establishing a relationship built on tension and conflicting agendas. Yet, as the narrative unfolds, these interactions reveal underlying affection and compatibility. Their journey from adversaries to lovers is neither sudden nor simplistic. It is earned through moments of honesty, sacrifice, and shared experience. Supporting characters further enrich the story's texture, particularly Andrew's family, who serve as both catalysts and mirrors for the protagonist's growth. Andrew's mother embodies warmth and traditional values, offering both gentle guidance and occasional skepticism. His father, a figure of quiet strength and humor, challenges Margaret's preconceived notions and encourages authenticity. The grandmother, with her perceptive insights and gentle prodding, becomes a pivotal influence on Margaret's transformation. These family members are not mere caricatures. They are fully realized individuals with their own histories and complexities. Their interactions with Margaret and Andrew highlight themes of acceptance, belonging, and the interplay between past and present. The actors portraying these roles bring depth and charm, creating a believable community that feels lived in and emotionally rich. The film also touches on secondary characters that add flavor and humor, from quirky townsfolk to colleagues back in New York. These figures help flesh out the worlds the protagonists inhabit, contrasting the fast-paced urban environment with the slower, intimate rhythms of small-town life. Their presence underscores the narrative's exploration of identity and place, showing how environment shapes and reflects personal growth. At the thematic core, the characters wrestle with issues of authenticity versus performance. Margaret's initial reliance on control and pretense is challenged by the necessity of vulnerability and connection. Andrew's journey involves reconciling ambition with integrity and forging a path that honors both personal dreams and relational bonds. Together, their stories weave a tapestry of love as an act of courage and acceptance. The film's writing and performances avoid cliches by embracing the imperfections and contradictions inherent in human relationships. Moments of tension are balanced by humor, awkwardness by tenderness, conflict by understanding. This complexity makes the characters resonate beyond their archetypal roles, inviting viewers to see themselves in their struggles and triumphs. Visually, the film supports character development through subtle cues, costuming that reflects internal change, framing that emphasizes intimacy or distance, and lighting that mirrors emotional tone. For example, Margaret's sleek, corporate attire softens as she acclimates to small-town life, symbolizing her gradual opening. Camera work often focuses tightly on expressions during moments of vulnerability, drawing audiences closer to the characters' inner worlds. The narrative also allows space for silence and nonverbal communication, where lingering looks and small gestures speak volumes. These choices deepen the emotional texture, inviting the audience to engage empathetically rather than through exposition alone. In sum, the characters are the film's beating heart, their journeys making the story more than a surface-level romance. Their complexities and growth embody universal themes of love, identity, and transformation. Through their eyes, we experience the humor, uncertainty, and exhilaration of discovering connection in the most unexpected circumstances. This rich character tapestry elevates the film, turning it into a timeless exploration of what it means to open one's heart and find home. The story behind the making of this charming romantic comedy is as captivating as the tale it tells on screen, filled with surprising moments, behind-the-scenes quirks, and creative decisions that shaped the final film in ways many viewers might never suspect. The production was a blend of meticulous planning and serendipitous happenstance, where the cast and crew navigated both expected challenges and unexpected oddities. These strangest facts offer a window into the filmmaking process, revealing the human side of creating cinema. A world where laughter, improvisation, and problem-solving dance hand in hand with art and ambition. One of the most intriguing behind-the-scenes stories revolves around the choice of filming locations. While the story is set in the picturesque Alaskan town of Sitka, much of the filming actually took place in Massachusetts, specifically in the quaint town of Milton and nearby coastal areas. This decision was driven by logistical and budgetary considerations, but it created unique challenges for the production team, who had to recreate the look and feel of a remote Alaskan community thousands of miles away. To evoke the Alaskan atmosphere, the filmmakers invested in extensive set dressing and scouting for locations that could pass for the rugged, snow-covered terrain. One unusual detail is that many of the trees and foliage were carefully selected or modified to resemble the distinctive conifers found in Alaska's forests. The crew even imported certain plants to add authenticity, transforming parts of Massachusetts into a convincing northern landscape. Weather added another layer of unpredictability to the shoot. The film's snowy, wintry scenes were often filmed under sunny skies and unseasonably warm temperatures, requiring creative solutions. For example, artificial snow was used extensively, but the crew had to work quickly and strategically to maintain the illusion, as natural elements threatened to reveal the set's true location. This led to some amusing moments where actors would perform amid patches of pristine white snow juxtaposed against green lawns peeking through nearby. Another fascinating anecdote concerns the film's casting choices and on-set dynamics. The lead actress, renowned for her comedic timing and strong screen presence, reportedly forged a quick and genuine friendship with her co-star playing the assistant. Their chemistry was palpable from the outset, but what many fans don't know is how much improvisation influenced their scenes. The director encouraged a relaxed atmosphere where actors could riff and play off each other's energy, resulting in spontaneous moments that made it into the final cut. One such improvised gem occurred during a family dinner scene. What was scripted as a relatively straightforward interaction morphed into a comedic highlight when a cast member ad-libbed a line about traditional Alaskan delicacies, sparking genuine laughter among the actors. This moment captured the warmth and authenticity of family dynamics so perfectly that it was left unedited, becoming one of the film's most beloved sequences. The film's music selection and score also have interesting backstories. While the soundtrack features contemporary songs that set the film's tone, the original score underwent numerous revisions before settling into the blend of lightheartedness and emotional depth that audiences recognize. Early versions were reportedly heavier and more dramatic, but test screenings revealed that a lighter touch better complemented the film's romantic and comedic beats. The composer, therefore, reworked themes multiple times, experimenting with different instrumentation and tempos, highlighting the iterative nature of film scoring. Behind the scenes, the crew developed playful traditions to cope with the demanding schedule. One notable ritual was the snowball battle, a spontaneous game that broke out during breaks on set. Though the snow was often artificial, the fun was real, and this activity fostered camaraderie among cast and crew. These moments of levity became cherished memories, contributing to a positive working environment that translated into the film's warm on-screen chemistry. The film's wardrobe department also faced unique challenges. Margaret's character undergoes a subtle transformation through costume design, moving from sharp, tailored suits to softer, more casual attire as the story progresses. To achieve this visual storytelling, the costume team experimented with fabrics and colors, carefully selecting pieces that reflected her internal journey. Interestingly, some of the casual clothing used in Alaska scenes were sourced from local thrift stores to add realism and spontaneity. One particularly strange incident involved the accidental inclusion of a real-life pet during a family scene. A small dog wandered onto the set just as cameras were rolling and became an unplanned but welcome addition to the background. The crew affectionately named the dog Alaska, and though it was not scripted, its presence added charm and spontaneity to the scene. The dog even became a sort of unofficial mascot for the production. Technical challenges abounded, especially in scenes involving the fake engagements, proof moments, where the couple needed to act convincingly married. Coordinating intimate gestures, rehearsed conversations, and staged photographs required precision and patience. On one occasion, a miscommunication led to a hilarious outtake where an actor accidentally leaned in too close during a rehearsal, causing uncontrollable laughter among the crew that temporarily halted production. Sound recording on location presented another layer of complexity. The remote, outdoor scenes were often plagued by unexpected noises, from passing airplanes to local wildlife, which required creative post-production solutions. Foley artists later recreated many ambient sounds in the studio to ensure clarity and immersion. The blend of natural location audio and studio enhancements contributed to the film's rich auditory texture. The director's approach to working with actors emphasized emotional truth over perfection. In interviews, cast members recalled how the director encouraged exploration and risk-taking, fostering an environment where mistakes were viewed as opportunities for discovery. This philosophy led to many unscripted moments of tenderness and humor that gave the film its heartfelt quality. A lesser-known fact is that the film's title underwent several iterations during development. Early working titles included Engaged for Now and Fake It Till You Make It, reflecting the story's premise but ultimately deemed less evocative. The final title was chosen for its simplicity and directness, capturing the romantic tension at the story's core. Marketing for the film included creative campaigns that leveraged the film's Alaskan setting. Promotional events featured winter-themed backdrops and interactive elements that allowed audiences to immerse themselves in the film's atmosphere. One memorable campaign involved pop-up igloo installations in major cities, offering fans a taste of the snowy charm that plays a pivotal role in the story. The film also sparked discussions about its portrayal of workplace dynamics and gender roles. Margaret's character, a powerful woman navigating a male-dominated industry, became a focal point for conversations about ambition, authority, and vulnerability. The film balances her strength with moments of softness, challenging stereotypes and inviting viewers to consider the complexities of modern womanhood. Throughout production, the cast and crew remained mindful of representing the small-town community authentically. Consultants familiar with Alaskan culture advised on customs, accents, and traditions to avoid clichés and foster respectful depiction. This attention to detail enriched the film's texture and resonated with viewers familiar with such communities. The blend of scripted scenes with moments of improvisation and spontaneity created a dynamic filmmaking atmosphere. Actors often shared anecdotes about on-the-fly adjustments that led to some of the most memorable scenes. This collaborative spirit underscored the importance of trust and flexibility in creating a film that feels both polished and alive. In summary, the strangest and most fascinating facts about this film's making illuminate the artistry and humanity behind its charm. From location transformations and weather challenges to improvisational moments and unexpected visitors, these stories remind us that filmmaking is an unpredictable, joyous process. They reveal how a story about love and transformation is itself shaped by transformation, of places, people, and the delicate dance between planning and chance that defines cinema. The narrative of this romantic comedy, while wrapped in laughter and light-hearted banter, offers a rich tapestry of moments that invite deeper critical reflection. Beneath the sparkling veneer of wit and charm lie significant events and themes that shape its emotional resonance and cultural impact. The film's deft navigation between humor and sincerity provides fertile ground for examining how key plot points function not just as entertainment but as catalysts for character growth, thematic exploration, and audience connection. One of the film's most striking aspects is its use of the fake relationship trope, a familiar device in romantic comedies, yet it subverts expectations through nuanced character development and a keen awareness of social dynamics. The initial premise, where a high-powered executive coerces her assistant into a sham engagement to avoid deportation, sets up a tension that is both comedic and fraught with power imbalances. This scenario invites critical inquiry into themes of agency, consent, and the navigation of personal and professional boundaries. The film approaches these complex issues with a light touch, balancing humor with moments that underscore the character's vulnerabilities and ethical dilemmas. Margaret's authoritative stance and initial manipulation reflect broader conversations about workplace dynamics and gendered power structures. Her evolution throughout the story, moving from control to openness, mirrors a critical journey toward empathy and self-awareness. This transformation is not simply romantic but represents a challenge to rigid societal roles, offering viewers a nuanced portrayal of female ambition and emotional complexity. Andrew's character serves as a counterpoint, embodying both youthful ambition and the struggle for self-definition within hierarchical systems. His reluctant agreement to the ruse highlights tensions around loyalty, autonomy, and complicity. As the narrative unfolds, his growing confidence and assertion signal a shift in power dynamics that enrich the story's thematic depth. The interplay between these characters becomes a microcosm of negotiation and growth, reflecting real-world relational intricacies. The film's setting transition, from the bustling, corporate world of New York City to the intimate, grounded environment of a small Alaskan town, functions critically as well. This geographical and cultural shift underscores themes of identity, belonging, and transformation. The urban environment symbolizes ambition, isolation, and performance, while the rural setting evokes community, authenticity, and emotional renewal. Critics have noted how this juxtaposition amplifies the narrative's emotional stakes, situating the characters' personal journeys within broader social contexts. Key events within the family setting further illuminate these themes. The arrival of Margaret in Andrew's hometown and her interactions with his family members expose contrasts between superficiality and sincerity, alienation and acceptance. The family's warmth and groundedness challenge Margaret's cynicism, facilitating moments of introspection and vulnerability. Scenes such as the impromptu dance, the intimate dinner conversations, and the grandmother's gentle probing are pivotal, serving as emotional touchstones that deepen character development and invite audience empathy. These moments also serve as sites of cultural negotiation. The film delicately balances humor rooted in small-town eccentricities with respectful portrayals of community values and traditions. This careful depiction avoids caricature, allowing the family and town to emerge as fully realized entities that contribute meaningfully to the protagonist's transformation. The escalating tension surrounding the immigration investigation provides narrative propulsion and thematic layering. This external pressure tests the couple's fabricated relationship, introducing suspense and ethical complexity. The procedural scrutiny juxtaposed against personal revelations creates dramatic tension that challenges notions of truth, performance, and authenticity. The character's navigation of these challenges invites viewers to consider the fluid boundaries between appearance and reality, legal constraints, and human connections. The climactic scene, wherein Margaret and Andrew must prove the validity of their relationship, is rich with symbolic and emotional significance. This confrontation serves as a crucible, stripping away artifice and compelling honesty. It dramatizes the vulnerability inherent in exposing one's true self to judgment and the courage required to embrace imperfection. Critical perspectives often highlight this moment as a turning point that crystallizes the film's messages about trust, acceptance, and the transformative power of love. Throughout the film, humor functions as both entertainment and a vehicle for critique. The witty dialogue and situational comedy not only engage audiences but also soften potentially heavy themes, making them accessible and relatable. This balance enhances the film's emotional resonance, allowing it to explore serious issues without sacrificing levity or warmth. The narrative's resolution reinforces these critical themes. Margaret's acceptance into Andrew's community and their mutual acknowledgement of genuine affection signify a reconciliation of identity, desire, and belonging. This ending resonates with audiences seeking narratives where growth and love coexist with complexity and imperfection. Critical reception has often praised the film for its clever script, strong performances, and the chemistry between leads, recognizing how these elements elevate the genre. Some critiques note that while the plot follows familiar romantic comedy formulas, its execution and thematic nuances provide fresh insight and emotional depth. Scholars and reviewers alike have highlighted the film's engagement with contemporary social issues, such as immigration, workplace dynamics, and gender roles, framed within an accessible popular genre. Audience responses mirror this dual appreciation for humor and heart. Viewers connect with the characters' journeys, seeing reflections of their own struggles and hopes. The film's blend of laughter, romance, and thoughtful exploration of identity fosters a sense of shared experience, enhancing its cultural impact. The film's cinematography, sound design, and editing contribute significantly to its critical success. Visual contrasts between settings underscore thematic contrasts, soundscapes accentuate mood shifts, pacing and rhythm guide emotional engagement. These technical elements, while subtle, work synergistically with narrative and performance to create a cohesive and immersive experience. In sum, the film invites critical reflection on love, power, identity, and transformation, all wrapped in the accessible, enjoyable packaging of a romantic comedy. Its significant events serve not only as plot milestones but as catalysts for thematic depth and emotional connection. The interplay of humor and sincerity, performance and authenticity, individual and community makes it a rich subject for analysis and a beloved story for audiences. By weaving together sharp dialogue, compelling characters, and thoughtful social commentary, the film transcends genre expectations. It becomes a narrative that entertains while provoking reflection, a story where laughter and love illuminate the complexities of human experience, leaving a lasting impression that extends far beyond the closing credits. The creation of this beloved romantic comedy is a tale as rich and textured as the film itself, one filled with moments of creative ingenuity, unexpected challenges, and joyful collaboration that transformed a script on paper into a vibrant cinematic experience. The journey behind the scenes offers a fascinating glimpse into the complex machinery of filmmaking, where artistry and logistics intertwine, and where every choice, from casting to location scouting, costume design to improvisation, shapes the story we see on screen. The production insights and fun facts that emerge reveal a world of human effort, serendipity, and a shared passion for storytelling. At the heart of the production was the challenge of capturing the film's unique blend of urban sophistication and small-town charm. The filmmakers knew that the setting would play a crucial role in conveying the emotional shifts in the story. To achieve this, they opted to shoot the small-town scenes not in Alaska, as the story suggests, but in various locations across Massachusetts, including Milton and nearby coastal towns. The film's creators were also conscious of cultural representation, consulting with individuals familiar with Alaskan customs to ensure respectful and accurate portrayal of the community depicted. This attention to detail extended to dialect coaching, local traditions, and even food preparation scenes, adding layers of authenticity that enrich the viewing experience. Overall, the strangest and most fascinating facts about this film's making reveal a production characterized by creativity, resilience, and heart. From the artful transformation of Massachusetts into Alaska to the playful improvisations that enliven performances, the stories behind the camera deepen our appreciation for the film's charm and craftsmanship. These insights remind us that filmmaking is a collaborative journey, where careful planning meets joyful spontaneity, and where every unexpected twist contributes to the magic of storytelling. The story unfolds against a tapestry of environments that not only serve as backdrops but actively shape the emotional landscape and narrative rhythm of the film. The settings, both physical and cultural, function as silent characters, imbuing scenes with texture, meaning, and resonance. Their careful crafting and vivid portrayal elevate the narrative from a simple romantic comedy into a nuanced exploration of identity, transformation, and connection. Understanding how these elements interplay offers rich insight into the film's lasting appeal and cinematic artistry. The film's opening world is the polished, fast-paced milieu of New York City, a sprawling urban jungle defined by its steel and glass towers, crowded streets, and relentless energy. Here, Margaret Tate reigns supreme within the high-stakes arena of book publishing, a woman who commands respect and wields power with an iron fist. The city's visual language reflects this world. Sleek interiors flooded with natural light, minimalist design, and a palette of cool grays and blues that evoke professionalism and control. The cinematography in these early scenes embraces symmetry and precision, mirroring Margaret's orderly, calculated existence. Wide shots capture the dizzying height of skyscrapers, reinforcing a sense of ambition and the pressures of corporate life. Close-ups focus on Margaret's sharp expressions, underscored by clean, crisp lighting that highlights the coolness she projects. The urban setting is both a symbol of opportunity and isolation, a place where appearances and performance dominate. This metropolitan environment contrasts sharply with the film's secondary setting, the quaint, snow-covered town of Sitka, Alaska. The narrative shift to this remote locale marks a profound change in mood and tone, transforming the story's visual and emotional palette. Sitka emerges not just as a physical place but as a symbol of warmth, authenticity, and groundedness, a refuge from the relentless pace and pretense of the city. To create the convincing Alaskan atmosphere, the filmmakers utilized various Massachusetts locations that could double for Sitka, crafting an environment steeped in rustic charm and natural beauty. Cinematography here shifts to emphasize natural light and soft, diffused hues, cool whites and blues of snow, earthy browns of timbered homes, and the muted greens of pine forests. The snowy landscape blankets the town in stillness and quiet, fostering intimacy and reflection. Wide shots of snow-laden trees, icy shores, and rugged mountains frame the characters within a vast, yet inviting wilderness. These vistas serve as visual metaphors for the characters' emotional journeys, the daunting challenges they face, the clarity that comes with isolation, and the potential for renewal. Cinematographers employed sweeping crane and drone shots to capture the grandeur of the natural world, juxtaposing it against the intimate human dramas unfolding within. Interior scenes in Sitka are designed to convey warmth and community. Homes are cozy and inviting, filled with natural textures, wood grain, woolen fabrics, stone hearths, that evoke a sense of tradition and belonging. Lighting here is softer and warmer, often flickering with the glow of fireplaces or filtered through lace curtains. This visual warmth mirrors the narrative's emotional thawing, highlighting the contrasts between Margaret's guarded persona and the openness she encounters. The use of space within these settings further communicates character and theme. The cramped, glassy office where Margaret commands authority gives way to tight-knit family kitchens and living rooms, where physical proximity fosters emotional closeness. The camera often frames characters in these spaces to emphasize connection or distance, lingering on shared meals to suggest bonding, or isolating individuals in wider shots to reflect solitude. The film's color grading subtly supports the narrative's emotional progression. The cool, almost clinical blues and grays of the city scenes shift toward the softer, earthier tones of Sitka. This chromatic journey visually signals the transformation of the protagonist's inner world, from detachment and control to vulnerability and warmth. The interplay of light and shadow is also central, with early scenes marked by stark contrasts that gradually soften into a gentle chiaroscuro reflecting hope and renewal. Visual motifs recur throughout the film to reinforce themes. Snow serves as a powerful symbol, at once pure and isolating, a blank slate and a barrier. Scenes of falling snow often coincide with moments of emotional significance, such as newfound understanding or the breaking down of defenses. Reflections in icy windows, footprints in fresh snow, and the quiet hush of a winter night become poetic elements that underscore narrative beats. Cinematographers use camera movement to evoke the characters' emotional states. The frenetic energy of urban life is captured through swift tracking shots and steady zooms that convey urgency and control. In contrast, the slower, more deliberate pacing of Sitka's scenes employs gentle dolly shots and lingering takes that allow the audience to savor details and atmosphere. Handheld cameras occasionally introduce intimacy and immediacy, especially during moments of vulnerability or tension. The sound design complements the visual storytelling. The city's oral environment hums with the buzz of traffic, distant sirens, and the murmur of crowds, creating a backdrop of chaos and impersonality. When the setting shifts to Sitka, natural sounds come to the forefront: the crunch of footsteps on snow, the whisper of wind through trees, the crackling of a fireplace. This sonic contrast deepens immersion and reflects the characters' shifting internal landscapes. The film's costume design also interacts meaningfully with the setting. Margaret's sleek, tailored outfits in the city underscore her polished exterior and professional identity. As she adapts to the Alaskan environment, her clothing becomes more relaxed and practical, mirroring her emotional softening. Andrew's attire consistently reflects his small-town roots, grounding his character in authenticity and complementing the rustic surroundings. This choice required careful location scouting and detailed set dressing to evoke the distinctive atmosphere of Sitka, Alaska. The production design team worked tirelessly to recreate the look and feel of a remote Alaskan community. This included sourcing local flora, incorporating rustic architectural elements, and transforming storefronts and homes to reflect the unique character of the region. One interesting tidbit is that many trees and shrubs were specially selected or even transported to mimic the native Alaskan environment, ensuring visual authenticity. The attention to detail extended to signage, local products, and even the color palettes of interiors to create a cohesive sense of place. Weather posed its own set of challenges. While the narrative unfolds amid snow-covered landscapes and chilly climates, the filming schedule often coincided with mild and sunny conditions in Massachusetts. To maintain the illusion of winter, the crew employed a mix of artificial snow, strategically timed shots, and clever editing. The artificial snow, made from biodegradable materials, was applied meticulously, but it required constant upkeep as it melted quickly in warm weather. Actors and crew joked about performing winter scenes in summer conditions, highlighting the contrast between on-screen chill and behind-the-scenes heat. One of the most memorable behind-the-scenes stories involves the use of artificial snow during outdoor scenes. The crew often had to replenish snow between takes, and there were moments when actors found themselves standing amid pristine white landscapes while surrounded by visibly green grass or blooming flowers just beyond the camera's frame. Despite these challenges, the team's creativity ensured a seamless viewing experience that immersed audiences in the story's wintry setting. Casting decisions played a pivotal role in shaping the film's charm and chemistry. The lead actress, known for her sharp comedic timing and commanding presence, was chosen not only for her talent but also for her ability to balance strength and vulnerability, a necessity for portraying a character as complex as Margaret. Her co-star, playing Andrew, brought a fresh energy and earnestness to the role, complementing the lead with warmth and subtle humor. On set, the lead actors quickly developed a genuine rapport that translated into palpable chemistry on screen. This relationship was fostered through rehearsals and a relaxed working environment encouraged by the director, who valued spontaneity and authenticity. Numerous scenes benefited from this collaborative spirit, with actors improvising lines and gestures that added layers of naturalism and humor. For example, many of the witty exchanges and playful banter were refined during shooting, as the actors found their rhythm and timing together. The director's approach to the filmmaking process emphasized flexibility and emotional truth. Rather than rigidly adhering to the script, he encouraged the cast to explore their characters' motivations and reactions, allowing scenes to evolve organically. This philosophy led to moments of unexpected tenderness and humor that enriched the narrative. Cast members have shared stories of being given space to experiment during takes, resulting in performances that feel fresh and genuine. The film's costume design subtly charts the characters' transformations, a detail that many viewers might overlook but that added depth to the storytelling. Margaret's wardrobe starts with sharp, tailored suits and gradually shifts towards softer, more relaxed clothing as her character opens up emotionally. The costume department collaborated closely with the lead actress to ensure that the clothing not only reflected the character's arc but also supported the practical demands of filming, especially in outdoor and physical scenes. Andrew's attire, by contrast, embodies the casual, rugged sensibility of his small-town roots. His clothing choices helped ground the character and visually reinforce the cultural contrasts between the two protagonists. Interestingly, some of Andrew's costumes were sourced from local thrift shops to add authenticity, blending character development with real-world textures. Technical challenges abounded, particularly in coordinating the film's balance between urban and rural settings. The production team meticulously planned shooting schedules to maximize daylight during outdoor scenes and adapted quickly to weather fluctuations. Filming often required moving between indoor studio sets and various on-location sites, demanding logistical precision and adaptability. Sound recording on location presented its own hurdles. Outdoor scenes were frequently accompanied by ambient noises, from passing vehicles to wildlife, that had to be managed carefully. The post-production sound team worked extensively to layer and balance environmental sounds, dialogue, and musical scores, crafting an immersive auditory landscape that complemented the film's visual storytelling. Music was another key element in shaping the film's tone. The composer created a score that melded light-hearted melodies with emotionally resonant themes, supporting the narrative's blend of comedy and romance. The soundtrack also features contemporary songs that capture the characters' moods and the story's pacing. The music selection process involved close collaboration between the director, composer, and music supervisors, ensuring that each piece enhanced the film's emotional texture. The production's behind-the-scenes camaraderie is well documented through interviews and anecdotes. Long shooting days were often punctuated by moments of laughter and mutual support. The cast and crew shared meals featuring local cuisine, celebrated milestones with informal gatherings, and engaged in friendly competitions that fostered a sense of community. These interpersonal bonds contributed to a positive atmosphere that, many agree, is palpable in the film's warm tone. One unexpected but delightful production anecdote involves a stray dog that wandered onto the set during outdoor filming. The dog, quickly adopted as a mascot, became a beloved figure among the crew, appearing in behind-the-scenes footage and providing comfort and amusement during long days. Its presence became symbolic of the affectionate spirit that pervaded the production. Marketing efforts for the film capitalized on its unique setting and romantic premise. Promotional campaigns included interactive elements such as pop-up igloo experiences in urban centers and themed events that invited audiences to immerse themselves in the film's wintry charm. These innovative approaches helped generate buzz and connect the film's story to its audience in memorable ways. Set decoration is rich with cultural detail, particularly in scenes depicting Andrew's family home and local establishments. Items such as traditional crafts, family photographs, and regional artifacts provide texture and depth, anchoring the story in a lived-in world. These elements invite viewers to experience the community's rhythms and values, enhancing the film's emotional credibility. The interplay of setting and narrative structure is evident in how the story uses location as a catalyst for character transformation. The urban environment imposes expectations and facades that Margaret initially embraces, while the rural setting challenges and reshapes her. This spatial storytelling underscores themes of identity, belonging, and the courage to change. The film's mood shifts alongside its settings, moving from brisk, sharp energy to gentle, heartfelt warmth. This tonal modulation is achieved through a combination of lighting, color, sound, and performance, all meticulously calibrated to evoke empathy and engagement. The cinematic elements work in harmony to immerse the audience in the characters' worlds, making their journeys feel intimate and universal. In conclusion, the film's settings and cinematic elements do far more than frame the action. They enrich and amplify the story's emotional core. By thoughtfully contrasting environments, employing nuanced visual language, and integrating sound and costume, the filmmakers create a vivid, evocative world that invites viewers to experience the characters' transformations deeply. This masterful use of setting and cinematic artistry is a key reason the film continues to resonate, offering a sensory and emotional journey as captivating as the story itself. The making of this beloved romantic comedy is a tapestry woven from countless moments of camaraderie, creativity, and challenge, a journey as rich and nuanced as the story it tells. Behind the polished scenes of laughter, snow-covered landscapes, and tender glances lies a vibrant world of human connection and ingenuity, where cast and crew navigated the unpredictable nature of filmmaking with humor, dedication, and resilience. These behind-the-scenes insights reveal the heartbeat of the production. Moments of joy and frustration, spontaneity and meticulous planning that shaped the film's warm and authentic spirit. From the earliest days of pre-production, the team was acutely aware that the story's settings would demand both imaginative solutions and practical problem-solving. Though set in the rugged, wintry beauty of Alaska, the majority of filming took place in the milder climes of Massachusetts. This geographical shift necessitated creative ingenuity to convincingly transform the surroundings into the snowy, remote town that the narrative required. Production designers and location scouts scoured local towns, identifying streets and buildings that could be dressed and modified to evoke the distinct character of a northern community. One particularly amusing behind-the-scenes anecdote recounts the lengths to which the crew went to maintain the illusion of a frozen wilderness amidst springtime weather. To create snowy scenes, they deployed trucks carrying bags of artificial snow, strategically scattering it between takes. Despite these efforts, moments arose where bright sunshine and patches of greenery peeked through the winter scenery, prompting quick thinking from the camera and lighting departments to frame shots cleverly and preserve the magic. Actors joked about performing in winter coats under the glaring warmth of the sun, a humorous contrast to the icy world unfolding on screen. The challenges of working with artificial snow extended beyond visual effects. Maintaining the snow's freshness required constant replenishment and care, especially when scenes demanded physical interaction, footprints in the snow, snowball fights, or cozying up by a fire. The production team's dedication to these details underscored their commitment to authenticity, despite environmental obstacles. The cast and crew forged strong bonds amid the demands of the shoot. Long hours and physically taxing conditions, such as enduring cold outdoor scenes and repetitive takes, fostered a sense of shared purpose and mutual support. The lead actors, whose on-screen chemistry is central to the film's charm, developed a genuine friendship off-screen that enriched their performances. They often engaged in playful banter and improvisation during rehearsals, contributing to the naturalistic dialogue and warmth that audiences cherish. Director's openness to collaboration created an atmosphere where creativity flourished. He encouraged actors to explore their characters beyond the script, often welcoming spontaneous moments that added humor or emotional depth. One memorable instance involved an impromptu dance during a family gathering scene, originally unplanned but retained because it captured authentic joy and connection. This flexibility fostered a dynamic set environment, where laughter and experimentation went hand in hand with discipline and focus. Supporting cast members brought their own stories of engagement and discovery. Many, drawn from local communities or newcomers to film, embraced the opportunity to portray a small-town family with nuance and heart. Their interactions with the leads were marked by warmth and genuine affection, reflecting a collective investment in the story's themes of belonging and acceptance. Off-camera, the ensemble often shared meals and cultural experiences, further blurring the lines between performance and lived reality. Technical crews faced unique challenges as well. Filming in multiple locations required careful coordination and adaptability. Weather unpredictability often forced last-minute schedule changes, testing the production team's logistical prowess. Yet, these hurdles were met with creativity and teamwork, exemplified by scenes that required precise timing to capture fleeting natural light or manage delicate snow effects. The sound department's work was particularly crucial in blending the film's urban and rural settings. Capturing authentic ambient sounds while minimizing unwanted noise demanded technical expertise and patience. The team frequently re-recorded environmental audio in studio settings to enhance clarity and mood, layering these with original on-location recordings to create a rich auditory tapestry. One delightful behind-the-scenes story involves a stray dog that wandered onto the set during outdoor shoots. Quickly adopted by cast and crew as a mascot, the dog became a source of comfort and amusement, often featured in candid photographs and videos. Its presence lightened the mood during demanding days and symbolized the familial atmosphere that permeated the production. Costume designers also played a pivotal role in the film's visual storytelling. The transformation of Margaret's wardrobe from sharp, corporate attire to more relaxed, rustic clothing mirrored her character's emotional journey. Designing costumes that were both authentic to the characters and practical for shooting conditions required balancing aesthetics with functionality. The lead actress worked closely with the costume department, choosing pieces that reflected her character's evolving identity and ensuring comfort during outdoor scenes. The production's makeup and hair teams contributed to this realism, subtly adjusting styles to convey changes in mood and setting. For example, Margaret's initially polished appearance softens throughout the film. The blanket of snow covers imperfections and creates a world of quiet possibility, mirroring the character's journeys toward renewal and self-discovery. Footprints in the snow evoke paths taken and choices made, emphasizing movement and change. The recurring motif of home and hearth underscores themes of belonging and warmth. Scenes centered around family gatherings, shared meals, and cozy firesides symbolize comfort, acceptance, and the nurturing aspects of human connection. These images contrast with the sterile, corporate settings of the city, highlighting the emotional contrasts experienced by the characters. Light and darkness play symbolic roles as well. The transition from the bright, clinical office spaces to the softer, shadowed interiors of the small-town homes parallels the shift from control to intimacy. Light often filters gently through windows or reflects off snow, creating an atmosphere of hope and possibility. Darkness, meanwhile, symbolizes uncertainty and the emotional barriers the characters must overcome. Objects within the film carry symbolic weight. For example, Margaret's high-heeled shoes and tailored suits represent her professional identity and guardedness, while later scenes showing her in more relaxed attire signify her emotional opening. Similarly, Andrew's practical, rugged clothing reflects his grounded nature and connection to family and place. The act of dancing, featured in key scenes, is laden with symbolism. It represents liberation, joy, and the breaking down of barriers. Margaret's tentative participation in dance reflects her gradual embrace of vulnerability and connection, while shared dances with Andrew symbolize the blending of their worlds and hearts. The film's narrative structure itself supports its themes. The journey from the city to the small town is not just geographical but psychological, a movement from isolation to community, from performance to authenticity. The progression of events mirrors the characters' internal transformations, with each plot development reinforcing thematic insights. Character interactions also embody symbolism and theme. The evolving relationship between Margaret and Andrew represents the negotiation of power, trust, and mutual respect. Their banter and conflicts symbolize the push and pull inherent in intimate relationships, while moments of tenderness reflect the rewards of emotional openness. Family dynamics provide additional thematic layers. Andrew's parents and grandmother symbolize continuity, tradition, and unconditional love. Their acceptance of Margaret serves as a metaphor for inclusion and the healing potential of community. These relationships highlight intergenerational bonds and the importance of roots in shaping identity. The film's humor, often derived from situational comedy and sharp dialogue, functions as a thematic device. It lightens the exploration of serious issues like immigration, identity, and power dynamics, making these topics accessible without diminishing their significance. Comedy becomes a means of connection, breaking down barriers and fostering empathy. Ultimately, the film celebrates the human capacity for change and connection. Its themes converge in a message of hope, that love and belonging are possible when individuals embrace vulnerability and authenticity. The symbolism woven throughout reinforces this optimism, inviting viewers to reflect on their own journeys and the transformative power of relationships. In exploring these themes and symbols, the film transcends genre conventions, offering a story that is both entertaining and profoundly human. Its rich emotional landscape, articulated through carefully crafted imagery and narrative nuance, ensures that it resonates deeply with audiences, inviting repeated viewings and continued reflection. Through laughter, love, and the quiet moments in between, the film captures the essence of what it means to open one's heart and find a place to call home. The making of this romantic comedy is a testament to the power of filmmaking techniques to transform a simple story into an immersive experience that captivates audiences. Behind the laughter and tender moments lies a carefully orchestrated blend of visual, auditory, and narrative craftsmanship that shapes the film's atmosphere and emotional depth. Exploring these filmmaking techniques reveals how every element, from camera angles to sound design, works in harmony to engage viewers, draw them into the character's world, and elevate the story beyond genre conventions. One of the most distinctive aspects of the film's visual style is its use of contrasting settings, achieved through thoughtful cinematography and production design. The film opens with scenes set in the sleek modern offices of New York City, where the lighting is bright and clinical, emphasizing sharp lines and clean aesthetics. The camera work here favors steady, controlled shots with symmetrical framing, mirroring the protagonist's tightly managed world. Wide shots showcase the imposing architecture and bustling urban environment, creating a sense of scale and order that reflects the corporate sphere's demands. In contrast, the shift to the small-town setting introduces a softer, warmer visual palette. Cinematographers employ natural light, with scenes bathed in the gentle glow of winter sun filtering through frosted windows or reflecting off snow-covered landscapes. The camera movement becomes more fluid and intimate, often using handheld or Steadicam shots to foster closeness and immediacy. This transition visually signals the emotional thawing and personal growth central to the narrative. Close-ups and medium shots dominate the film's character-driven scenes, allowing actors' expressions and subtle gestures to communicate complex emotions. The camera lingers on moments of hesitation, laughter, and connection, drawing viewers into the nuanced interplay between characters. This approach prioritizes emotional authenticity over spectacle, reinforcing the film's focus on relational dynamics. Lighting design plays a crucial role in shaping mood and tone. In urban scenes, cooler hues and sharper contrasts convey a sense of detachment and professionalism. As the story moves to the rural setting, lighting warms, with soft shadows and diffused glows creating an atmosphere of comfort and vulnerability. Strategic use of backlighting and natural reflections enhances visual texture, imbuing scenes with a poetic quality that complements the narrative's themes of transformation and belonging. One of the more amusing technical challenges involved coordinating the family dinner scenes, which required intricate choreography to capture the lively, overlapping conversations and interactions. Achieving this naturalistic flow took numerous rehearsals and careful camera planning, but the result is a scene that feels spontaneous and authentic. The cast's improvisations during these moments further enhanced the realism, capturing the ebb and flow of family dynamics. Marketing the film incorporated creative strategies that capitalized on its snowy setting and romantic premise. Promotional events included themed pop-ups and interactive experiences that invited audiences to immerse themselves in the film's world. These campaigns helped build anticipation and connected viewers emotionally before the film's release. Throughout production, the team remained conscious of cultural sensitivity, especially in portraying the Alaskan community. Consultants familiar with local customs and traditions advised on dialect, mannerisms, and social dynamics, ensuring respectful and nuanced representation. This commitment to authenticity enriched the film's texture and resonated with audiences familiar with similar communities. The editing process was extensive and collaborative, with editors working closely with the director to balance pacing, tone, and narrative clarity. Multiple cuts were tested with audiences to gauge emotional impact and comedic timing. Feedback led to adjustments that tightened the story and emphasized character moments without sacrificing humor or energy. The film's score and sound design were refined over months, with composers experimenting to find the right blend of warmth, playfulness, and emotional depth. Music supervisors carefully selected songs that complemented the story's mood and enhanced the audience's immersion. Reflecting on the production, many cast and crew members highlight the unique blend of professionalism and playfulness that defined the set. The combination of demanding schedules and challenging conditions was offset by a shared enthusiasm for storytelling and a supportive atmosphere. These human elements, often invisible to viewers, infused the film with its genuine warmth and charm. In essence, the behind-the-scenes stories reveal a production marked by creativity, adaptability, and heartfelt collaboration. From the logistical feats of creating an Alaskan winter in Massachusetts to the spontaneous moments of joy among cast and crew, the journey of making the film is a testament to the power of teamwork and passion. These insights deepen our appreciation for the film, reminding us that the magic we see on screen is born from countless moments of dedication, laughter, and shared humanity. The story, at its heart, is more than just a charming romantic comedy. It is a rich exploration of themes that resonate deeply with the human experience. Beneath the witty dialogue and playful banter lies an intricate weaving of ideas about identity, transformation, belonging, and vulnerability. These themes are not merely decorative. They pulse through the narrative, shaping character arcs, influencing plot developments, and lending emotional weight to the story's humor and romance. Exploring the layers of symbolism embedded throughout the film reveals how the filmmakers crafted a tale that speaks to universal truths through a specific, intimate lens. One of the central themes is that of transformation, both personal and relational. Margaret Tate begins as a woman defined by control and authority, her identity wrapped tightly in professional success and emotional self-protection. Her character embodies the modern archetype of the ambitious career woman who has sacrificed personal connection for achievement. Yet, through the unfolding events, especially the journey to Andrew's small-town world, Margaret undergoes a profound metamorphosis. This theme of change is not abrupt but gradual, depicted through moments of vulnerability, humor, and growing openness. The small-town setting itself symbolizes this potential for transformation. It is a place where time slows, relationships are intimate, and the rhythms of life contrast starkly with the impersonal pace of the city. This environment acts as a catalyst for Margaret's emotional thawing, inviting her to shed layers of armor and rediscover aspects of herself long suppressed. The snow-covered landscapes and cozy interiors evoke a sense of renewal and fresh beginnings, visual metaphors for the internal shifts taking place. Andrew's character complements this theme. His journey involves stepping out from under the shadows of family expectations and professional uncertainty into a fuller expression of self. His transformation is subtler but equally significant, gaining confidence, asserting his desires, and embracing authentic connection. Together, their evolving relationship embodies the idea that true change often requires vulnerability and mutual support. Belonging is another key theme woven throughout the narrative. Both protagonists grapple with feelings of isolation. Margaret through her detachment from emotional intimacy and Andrew through his struggle to balance personal ambition with familial loyalty. The story examines what it means to find a place where one is accepted and valued, not despite imperfections but because of them. Andrew's family and community offer a model of belonging grounded in unconditional support, contrasting with Margaret's initially transactional and solitary existence. The theme of belonging extends beyond romantic love to encompass community and identity. The small-town milieu is portrayed as a space where history, tradition, and interpersonal bonds create a fabric of meaning. Scenes depicting family meals, local celebrations, and everyday interactions highlight the importance of roots and collective memory. Margaret's gradual integration into this world reflects a broader human desire for connection and home. Vulnerability emerges as a crucial motif, intricately tied to the character's growth. Margaret's initial reluctance to reveal her true self, masked by sarcasm and control, gives way to moments of openness that deepen her relationship with Andrew and his family. These instances of emotional exposure are depicted not as weaknesses but as strengths that enable genuine intimacy. Andrew's own hesitations and uncertainties are likewise portrayed with tenderness, emphasizing the courage required to embrace vulnerability. The narrative also explores themes of authenticity versus performance. The fake engagement premise sets up a tension between appearance and reality, forcing characters to navigate the boundaries of deception and truth. This duality invites reflection on the roles people play in different contexts and the liberating or constraining effects of such performances. As Margaret and Andrew move from pretense to honesty, the story highlights the transformative power of authenticity in fostering meaningful relationships. Symbolism permeates the film, enriching its thematic tapestry and deepening emotional impact. Snow, for instance, functions as a multifaceted symbol. It represents purity and new beginnings, but also isolation and concealment. Sound design and music are integral to the film's immersive quality. Ambient sounds, such as city traffic, footsteps on snow, crackling fires, anchor scenes in their environments, enhancing realism. The film's score blends light, melodic motifs with emotional undertones, supporting both comedic timing and tender moments. The soundtrack's contemporary songs underscore character moods and narrative beats, bridging diegetic and non-diegetic sound to deepen engagement. Dialogue recording was approached with attention to clarity and naturalism. The actors' performances were captured with microphones that allowed for subtle inflections and emotional nuance, preserving the intimacy crucial to the story. In post-production, sound mixers balanced dialogue with ambient noise and music, ensuring that the emotional content remained front and center without sacrificing environmental immersion. Editing techniques shaped the film's rhythm, balancing the pacing of comedic sequences with reflective pauses. Rapid cuts punctuate moments of humor and tension, while longer takes allow for emotional beats to resonate. Cross-cutting between parallel scenes, such as preparations for the immigration interview and family interactions, build suspense and narrative coherence. Transitions between scenes often utilize visual or auditory motifs, such as the sound of footsteps crunching on snow or the flicker of firelight, to maintain thematic continuity. This cohesive editing style guides the viewer smoothly through shifts in setting and tone, reinforcing the narrative's emotional flow. Camera work during key scenes employs dynamic framing to convey power dynamics and intimacy. For instance, low-angle shots emphasize Margaret's authority in professional settings, while eye-level or close-up shots in family environments create empathy and equality. The film also uses over-the-shoulder and two shots to highlight relational tension and connection between characters. In comedic scenes, timing is enhanced through precise editing and camera positioning that capture reactions and physical humor without exaggeration. Subtle zooms and focus shifts draw attention to facial expressions and body language, allowing humor to emerge naturally from character interactions. The filmmakers also made use of practical effects and on-location shooting to enhance authenticity. Filming in real neighborhoods and homes provided texture and credibility, while set decoration and props were carefully curated to reflect character personalities and story context. These choices grounded the film in a believable world, inviting viewers to immerse themselves fully. Box office production and marketing strategies complemented the film's artistic choices. The film's appeal as a romantic comedy with a fresh twist and strong performances attracted broad audiences. Promotional campaigns highlighted both the humor and heart of the story, using trailers and posters that emphasized the lead actor's chemistry and the picturesque small-town setting. Internationally, the film found receptive audiences drawn to its universal themes of love, identity, and belonging. Its blend of humor and sincerity resonated across cultural boundaries, contributing to robust box office performance. The marketing leveraged social media and interactive campaigns, creating engagement through themed events and behind-the-scenes content that deepened audience connection. Critics often noted how the filmmaking techniques elevated the film beyond typical genre fare. The thoughtful use of lighting, camera work, and sound design was praised for creating an immersive atmosphere that supported character development and thematic depth. The pacing and editing were highlighted for balancing comedic energy with emotional nuance, ensuring a satisfying viewer experience. The film's success illustrates the impact of aligning technical craftsmanship with narrative intent. Every choice, from lens selection to music cues, was made to serve the story and its emotional core. This synergy between form and content is a hallmark of effective filmmaking, inviting audiences into a world that feels both real and enchanting. In conclusion, the film's artistry lies in its meticulous yet unobtrusive use of filmmaking techniques. By harnessing the power of visual contrasts, soundscapes, precise editing, and nuanced performances, it crafts an atmosphere that is both lively and intimate. This masterful integration enhances the story's themes and emotional resonance, creating a cinematic experience that delights, moves, and endures in the hearts of viewers. The heart of this film beats strongest through its characters, their vibrant personalities, evolving relationships, and the performances that bring them to life with warmth, humor, and authenticity. Behind the scenes, the actors' reflections, insights from interviews, and the audience's heartfelt responses create a rich dialogue between creators and viewers, deepening our understanding and appreciation of the story. This interplay between cast, crew, and audience reveals a living narrative, one that extends beyond the screen into the hearts of all who experienced it. At the center is the lead actress, whose portrayal of Margaret Tate is both commanding and nuanced. In interviews, she speaks candidly about the challenge of embodying a character who is initially sharp-edged and unyielding, yet gradually reveals layers of vulnerability and warmth. She describes approaching the role with a focus on balancing strength and softness, aiming to create a woman who is relatable despite her flaws and professional intensity. The actress highlights the collaborative nature of the production, noting how the director encouraged exploration and spontaneity, which allowed for moments of genuine connection to emerge on camera. She recalls particular scenes where improvisation led to unexpected but magical results, underscoring the importance of trust and openness in crafting authentic performances. Her reflections reveal a deep investment in portraying Margaret as a fully realized person, whose journey resonates with audiences because it is grounded in real emotional truth. Her co-star, playing Andrew, offers insights into his character's growth from hesitant assistant to confident partner. In interviews, he speaks about the relatability of Andrew's struggles with self-doubt and ambition, and the joy of exploring a character who finds his voice through unexpected circumstances. He discusses the dynamic with his co-star, emphasizing the natural chemistry that developed early in rehearsals and deepened throughout filming. The actor shares anecdotes about on-set camaraderie and the supportive environment fostered by the director and crew. He highlights the physical and emotional demands of filming outdoor scenes in challenging weather, noting how shared experiences helped build a strong ensemble. His reflections paint a picture of a production marked by collaboration, respect, and creative energy. Supporting cast members contribute valuable perspectives on their roles and the film's themes. Many describe the experience of portraying a close-knit family with affection and complexity, emphasizing the importance of capturing the nuances of small-town life. They share stories of bonding over meals, rehearsing together, and navigating the balance between scripted moments and improvisation. Several interviews reveal how actors drew on personal experiences to inform their portrayals, adding depth and sincerity to their characters. The actor shares anecdotes about on-set camaraderie and the supportive environment fostered by the director and crew. He highlights the physical and emotional demands of filming outdoor scenes in challenging weather, noting how shared experiences helped build a strong ensemble. His reflections paint a picture of a production marked by collaboration, respect, and creative energy. Supporting cast members contribute valuable perspectives on their roles and the film's themes. Many describe the experience of portraying a close-knit family with affection and complexity, emphasizing the importance of capturing the nuances of small-town life. They share stories of bonding over meals, rehearsing together, and navigating the balance between scripted moments and improvisation. Several interviews reveal how actors drew on personal experiences to inform their portrayals, adding depth and sincerity to their characters. These connections enrich the film's emotional texture and invite viewers to see reflections of their own families and communities on screen. Behind the scenes, crew members, from cinematographers and costume designers to sound engineers and editors, offer glimpses into the technical artistry and problem-solving that shaped the film. Their reflections reveal a shared commitment to storytelling and a passion for creating a cohesive, immersive world. Anecdotes about adapting to weather, managing logistics, and supporting actors highlight the collaborative spirit essential to filmmaking. Audience reviews provide a vibrant chorus of appreciation, critique, and personal connection. Viewers frequently praise the film's blend of humor and heart, noting how the lead's chemistry elevates the narrative. Many express that the characters' journeys feel genuine and relatable, with performances that capture the complexities of love, family, and self-discovery. Comments often highlight favorite scenes, moments of laughter, tenderness, or surprise that linger long after viewing. Audiences appreciate the film's balance of lightheartedness and emotional depth, valuing how it respects intelligence while delivering entertainment. Some reviews delve into the film's themes of vulnerability and transformation, sharing personal stories of resonance and inspiration. The film's appeal spans diverse demographics, with viewers from different backgrounds connecting to its universal themes. International audiences have praised its accessible storytelling and cultural specificity, noting how the small-town setting offers a fresh perspective within the romantic comedy genre. Fan communities have formed around the film, sharing analyses, favorite quotes, and creative works inspired by the characters and story. These grassroots engagements illustrate the film's enduring impact and its ability to foster connection beyond the screen. Critics' perspectives often echo audience sentiments, acknowledging the strong performances and well-crafted screenplay. Reviews emphasize the film's success in revitalizing familiar tropes through nuanced characters and clever writing. Some analyses highlight the film's exploration of contemporary social issues, such as immigration and gender dynamics, framed within an entertaining narrative. Interviews with the director and writers provide additional layers of insight into the creative vision and thematic intentions. They discuss the challenges of balancing comedy with emotional truth, the importance of setting and tone, and the collaborative process that shaped the film. Their reflections underscore a deliberate effort to craft a story that resonates on multiple levels, appealing to both heart and mind. The synergy between cast, crew, and audience creates a dynamic storytelling ecosystem. The actors' commitment to authentic portrayals invites empathy. The technical artistry immerses viewers, and audience responses reflect the film's emotional reach. Together, these elements form a living conversation that sustains the film's relevance and beloved status. In essence, the film's power lies not only in its narrative but in the people who bring it to life and the audiences who embrace it. The cast's reflections reveal the human effort and artistry behind the characters. The crew's insights illuminate the craftsmanship, and the viewer's responses attest to the story's emotional truth and cultural resonance. This interplay enriches our understanding and appreciation, inviting us to see the film not merely as entertainment but as a shared human experience, a celebration of love, growth, and the connections that define us. The journey we've taken through this film has been one of discovery, laughter, and reflection, a deep dive beneath the surface of what might seem at first a light-hearted romantic comedy, revealing a rich tapestry of storytelling craft, thematic depth, and heartfelt performances. We began by stepping into the sharp, controlled world of a formidable editor whose life is upended by an unexpected crisis. From there, we followed her reluctant alliance with an earnest assistant, tracing their transformation from uneasy collaborators into something far more profound. Along the way, we explored the powerful role of setting, the nuanced choreography of camera and sound, and the vital contributions of a talented cast whose chemistry breathes life into every scene. We delved into the film's plot, unpacking the layers of tension, humor, and emotional growth that propel the story forward. The initial setup, a fake engagement to circumvent legal obstacles, served as a gateway to exploring themes of vulnerability, identity, and belonging. As the characters moved from the bustling metropolis to the intimate warmth of a small town, their worlds and hearts expanded in tandem. We witnessed how the interplay of humor and sincerity crafts a narrative that resonates with universal human experiences. Our exploration of the characters revealed their complexity and relatability. The lead's journey from guarded control to emotional openness mirrors a universal quest for connection, while the assistant's growth from hesitation to confidence grounds the story in heartfelt authenticity. The supporting family members enrich the narrative, embodying themes of acceptance, tradition, and the enduring power of community. Behind the scenes, we uncovered the creativity and dedication that shaped the film's world. From ingenious solutions to logistical challenges, to the joyful spontaneity on set, the production's collaborative spirit shines through. The choices made by directors, cinematographers, costume designers, and sound engineers worked in concert to craft an immersive atmosphere, one that invites audiences not just to watch, but to feel and belong. We examined the thematic and symbolic layers woven throughout the story. Snow as a metaphor for renewal and isolation, the contrast between urban sharpness and rural warmth, and the dance of light and shadow that echoes the characters' internal shifts. These elements enrich the narrative, offering viewers a cinematic experience that is both entertaining and deeply meaningful.